The latest Morgan Stanley report, which has been highlighting at least 10 big transformations in India and their impact. How
advisory firm predicted that India will emerge as a key driver for Asia and drive a fifth of global growth in the next decade.
The recent halla-gulla over the Morgan Stanley report about how India has changed dramatically over the past 10 years from year 2013 to 2023 has created a positive buzz about India around the world. In this video, we will talk about this Morgan Stanley report about India in detail. Namaste guys, welcome to your own channel Indian Geopolitics. The world after COVID pandemic and Ukraine crisis has led to downfall of many global economies like Germany, which is facing a recession, USA, which is experiencing the slowest growth rate in decades with risk of a default. Same is the case with other economies like UK and France. But in this gloomy economic situation, India has emerged as a beacon of hope with its economy growing at the rate of 7.2% in year 2022. That's not all. The global investment bank and financial services company Morgan Stanley has come up with a report of the economic assessment of India from the period of year 2013 to 2023 and has explained in detail about how India has covered many milestones, especially under the leadership of current Prime Minister. This report comes at a time when even many Indian experts were trying to paint a gloomy picture about India's economic future, like former RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan.
Inflation problem, vegetable inflation problem, and that is also going to be negative for growth. So I think that we would be lucky if we do 5% next year.
The Morgan Stanley report is a tight slap on all those doomsayers who, for politically motivated reasons, have tried to paint a negative picture about India and its economic rise. The report has highlighted 10 reasons or grounds that has led to rise of India's economic might. The first reason is the series of supply-side reforms like reduction of corporate tax from 25% to 15%, labor reforms, disinvestment, retrospective tax issue resolution, as was the case in Vodafone issue, PLI schemes for various sectors, telecom sector reforms, etc. This was followed by huge investment in the infrastructure of the country across roads, railways, airplanes, etc. India has witnessed a massive rise in its road infrastructure. India today has second largest road network after USA, and projects like Bharatmala will help it overcome USA by as early as 2025-26. India has not only invested massively on the electrification of its 68,000 km long railway line, but is even building dedicated freight corridors of more than 2,000 kilometers for movements of goods across the country. Further, India has also launched indigenously built low-cost semi-high-speed trains like Vande Bharat Express, which can compete globally. India has the fourth largest renewable energy capacity in the world. The solar energy capacity has increased 12 folds from year 2013, thereby witnessing a 400% rise. India has set a target of achieving 500 gigawatt of renewable energy by year 2030. Apart from infrastructure, India has witnessed a massive rise of cell phone users, second only to China at around 1.28 billion users, and will overtake China before 2030. India today has more than 800 million or 80 crore internet users and will soon overtake China with more than 1.2 billion internet users before year 2030. From just $18 billion digital transaction in year 2013, India today carries out more digital transactions than that of US and China combined at around $85 billion per year. The second most important factor has been the taxation reforms. The tax collection under the Goods and Services Tax or GST has reached all-time high with annual collection peaking at 16 lakh crore rupees. The third factor that has propelled India's economic growth is the RERA or Real Estate Regulation and Development Act. This has not only allowed availability of affordable real estate infrastructure across the country with non-exploitative practices being followed thoroughly, but will also propel growth of multiple cities in Tier 2 and Tier 3 areas of India. The fourth most important factor is the digital social transfer infrastructure like JAM Trinity. The JAM Trinity has allowed opening up of bank account which was then linked to Aadhaar or identity proof, which in turn allowed direct transfer of money from government schemes to the beneficiary with no need of a middleman. Indian government has successfully transferred more than $300 billion using this method. The fifth most important reform was the MPC or Monetary Policy Committee reform, which finally allowed India to have a flexible inflation targeting policy. This would allow to have a stability in money market, thereby allowing inflation to persist up to a certain range instead of opting for an aggressive inflation control policy. The sixth factor is the inflow of foreign direct investment or FDI into India. India has witnessed continuous inflow of FDI from year 2013 and has increased radically after COVID pandemic as the world is looking beyond China for a safe investment destination. The seventh factor is the 401k movement for India. It basically talks about the national pension reform where the employer is allowed to keep certain section of their salary set aside. They get interest on this amount after retirement. This money set aside is then used by the government of India for investment purpose across various sectors. The eighth factor is the government support for the corporate sector. The steps like corporate tax cut, PLI schemes, export subsidies leads to greater profit for corporates, thereby allowing them to invest more in the economy. The ninth and one of the most important factor is the MNC sentiments towards India. India has grown at around 7.2% in the year 2023 and will continue to grow by average of 7% until year 2030. Thus, every single company wants to invest in India. Today, all major global firms like Apple, Samsung, Daiko, Foxconn, Adidas, LG, Wistron, Thomson, Thomas, Cisco, Amazon, etc. are investing billions of dollars in India as a proof of their faith in India's growth story. The 10th and most important reform has been the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code reform of 2016, which has finally allowed a firm to wind up their business easily in case of an insolvency and bankruptcy, unlike pre-2013 era where if a company went bankrupt, it would be haunted by multiple government agencies for all kind of reasons. All these factors has allowed India to surpass France and UK economically, and by year 2026, India will overcome Germany and Japan to become the third largest economy in the world. Thus, India is on the right path to become a global superpower by as early as 2035. Stay tuned to know more, like and subscribe your own channel Indian Geopolitics. Jai Hind.